Usual area. I came from out east today because I had school in the morning.
Fancy. I was door to door 2 hours.
Out east.
Out east. 1 hour east of here.
1 hour
east movement.
Out east. Yeah, I was in freaking. Yeah,
hey, Rusted and Busted is with us already. What up, dude?
Hello.
What?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, no, today was definitely an S show. Are we allowed saying that?
Yeah, that's what we'll use for the first 15 minutes so we don't get demonetized.
Okay. We have been away for 2 weeks. Last week we didn't film a podcast.
We wanted to do one at the auto show. We had some difficulties, and frankly, everyone was super busy. The auto show was cool, though.
Okay, everybody, all of us went to the auto show.
Mm-hmm.
What is one car you were very impressed and liked, and another car that you really disliked, and you were like, why the heck would anybody buy this?
It was this weird Mazda FB. No, in terms of like OEM stuff.
OEs, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't really look at new cars the way I used to anymore.
I got one. My favorite car from the auto show was actually the Lincoln Nautilus. And I am going to rave about this till the day I die. That thing is a banger for the budget that you're paying for $63K for base model. You're getting like 10 Tesla screens. And, you know, that might not mean the most to most people, but, like, the leather in it was sick. It had, like,
by the way, I wasn't impressed with the car itself. I was impressed the fact that it was cheaper than a Hyundai of the same size.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah. You know what? I changed my mind. I did see something cool. The GR86 in Hakone edition.
British Racing.
It's just the same old car that's green. Hell yeah, brother.
What did I see that I didn't like? Oh, yeah. The Jeep Compass starting at $40,000. For a Compass.
Is that like the base model Jeep?
A base model,
I don't know
like
anything about Jeeps.
The small, like you can get it in front wheel drive, small Jeep SUV, $40,000, and a 2021 Jeep Compass is like $8,000 or best offer. Who's buying that vehicle?
Now. Yeah, it's more of like a.
That was terrible.
Oh,
and
we forgot something.
Ooh.
Before I say it, do you have one? Something stand out to you at the auto show?
Fiat 500e is the best car.
I didn't really walk too much of the show, but our area was close to the BMW area, and they had that new wagon. I don't remember. I literally just walked by it, and
M5.
I was like, oh, that's
I got you. The 5 wagon.
Yeah.
Rich mentioned the GTD, the Mustang GTD, which we actually got to see for the first time in person. So that's cool.
I've seen it many times.
We didn't get to get in it, unfortunately. We were going to test it for tall people.
I'm going to be honest.
Not having it.
Fitment, whack.
Every old car.
Yeah, wait, do we have the picture? Can we pull it up? Can we?
Speaking
Mr.
of
Fitment, man. Get out of here. No, GTD looks sick. Like, what was it, $250,000, almost $500,000 you're paying for that?
It's a supercar in a Ford.
Everybody?
It is, yeah.
What do you guys think the cheapest car to lease out at the auto show was?
Fiat.
The Fiat 500
is it actually?
$100 a month with $0 down.
Nice.
No shit.
They are so impossibly cheap to own.
The new Mini.
And, spoiler alert for the tall guys and small cars video, me and Harjan are really tall. You're 6'5"?
6'5".
I'm 6'4". So we went and tested like what small cars that you might be interested in buying can actually work if you're tall like we are, and we fit in the Fiat.
Surprisingly well as well.
There's quite a few, and the cars that
shocking. It was shocking.
Like
by the way,
yeah,
I could have put a helmet on.
Wow.
I went a separate time, and one of my friends was able to fit in the trunk. I'm not joking. With the trunk closed, they fit in the trunk, and apparently it wasn't that uncomfy.
Yeah. So stay tuned for tall guys, small cars.
Yep.
It's coming.
Yeah. I do sit in a few trunks from what I remember.
Oh, there's Yusuf's fitment. Uh-oh.
Look at the wrap. Yikes.
It's peeling.
Sorry, hold on.
It's almost like I wrapped my car in a cold garage.
All right, so anytime we talk about fitment, we bring that picture.
Guys, I have a car with good fitment too. Allow me. I don't want to break Kevlar. It's too expensive. More than I can afford. Pal.
Yeah, what were you talking about? What did you want to move on to?
Nothing really. What are you talking about?
Oh. You're like, before we move on, Julia.
before I mentioned Rich's selection, I wanted to let Julia chime in before I just made it the man show. Big
Thanks,
muscle cars.
America.
We love muscle cars and
hate women.
What? Yeehaw! No, yo, the new G-Wagon looked kind of cool too. And
so you realize it's $350,000 for the same car.
G-Wagons have always been freaking like $250,000. Like, what are you buying? You're not buying a base model G-Wagon.
The auto show made me realize people that buy brand new cars are idiots. They're dumb.
Some stuff is hella expensive.
No, all this stuff are hella expensive. Why are you spending $85,000 on a
but then there's also like, unrational decisions, whereas like, do you want to send someone else's like farts? No. So there are a lot of people that just want a brand new car just because they don't want to deal with the dirt and grime from whoever's
But I'm not saying go out and buy a 2000 I'm not saying go out and buy an 8090.
What if you don't want to
Have
do
you
that?
heard of detailing?
Yeah, detailing.
I'm not saying go out and buy
peace of mind. I have a buddy who like always buys new cars, and he does it because it's like, A, everything is perfect, and B, if anything is wrong, the dealership is going to fix it for free.
I know, but I'm not saying
many years.
Yeah, you can't hold like a used seller in Brampton accountable for.
But I'm not saying used seller in Brampton. I'm saying instead of an $85,000 MSRP on a 330i, get a 2024 for
it makes sense, but like there's a lot of things that people spend money on that
buying new cars is stupid. Unless you're leasing or have some weird tax evasion that you're trying to do, new cars are
most of the time leasing not worth it. I've been looking into it. Doesn't check out.
It depends on
the math.
the car.
Isn't mathing.
A Jeep Wrangler.
If you barely use your car and you stay local to home and you don't drive a lot, maybe good. Leasing is for businesses.
Jeep Wranglers are like $500 a month to lease out on like an $80,000 sticker truck.
That's too much.
Yeah.
With like a $20K a year limit. That's the problem that gets me. I drive a lot. That's fair.
But honestly, people that buy new cars are stupid, and that is my consumer advice for the day.
I wouldn't say they're stupid. I could see
more consumer advice from you on the next episode.
Our in-house accountant.
By the way,
jump into some stuff.
Yeah.
But what was it? What was it?
I was going to talk about, on my way here, I saw the most disgusting F-150 Raptor R with a little sticker for the guy's contracting company. Biggest tax evasion thing I've ever seen in my life, and I loved it.
Just writing it off as a business expense.
It was sick. It was sick.
All right.
So, we have some industry news to talk about.
Industry news.
Who wants to go first? Who watched King of the Hammers or like talked about it? Because I think it's pretty cool.
That's
Julia.
Yes.
Oh.
You put up the article, sir.
Oh, okay.
We do have.
This is yours.
We do have our contributor on the phone, so we can just talk to him and get him.
Wait, was he there?
Yeah. He shot all this coverage for us.
Entire
is this
article.
what Eric went to?
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, this is Patrick went to.
Why do we have so many Patricks that work in and around the country?
I know.
I just want to talk about it.
We can pull him in.
Yeah,
Patrick, are you here with us?
Patrick, you here?
Yeah, I am here.
Welcome.
Dude. Hey, what's up, man?
This looked like a riot. Hey, it's Blake Wilkie.
How's it going, guys?
I know him.
It was nice. It was funny because I always wanted to go and I never have, and I see it come up on Instagram and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could get down there and go check it out.
That's a hell of a first time, man. They gave you a media pass and everything so you could shoot up close like this?
Yeah, well, so it's funny. That was my deal to myself. I was like, well, if I get a media pass, I'll make the trip because I'm from Vancouver, BC. So that's quite a trip to go down to Johnson Valley. And I just put in for an influencer pass at first, and it came back approved. I'm like, well, I guess I'm making the drive.
That's awesome, dude. These are great photos, by the way. This looks killer. How was the event overall? You were there for, I imagine, a whole weekend? What was the deal?
I was there for almost 9 days. So I didn't do the King of Motos. and I ended up there for basically all the car races. So the first weekend was the Desert Challenge. They keep expanding it, making it bigger. So the first one was Desert Challenge, and then it moved along into the actual, Race of Kings, being the biggest race at the end of the week.
That is awesome, man. What's it like down there? Was it hot as hell?
It was interesting. It was like some days it was as hot as, like, I will say,
speaking of hot as hell,
so 26 during the day. Yeah.
Was there any?
Sure that is in Fahrenheit.
Was there any specific race, event, or car, like something that just really stuck out to you through the whole weekend, or was it all just like sensory overload?
It was definitely a bit of sensory overload. But the two funnest ones that I liked the most was the Class 11 Beetles. I thought that was just a hoot to watch all those 160 horsepower Beetles.
Hell yeah, dude!
Strut around the track with it,
taking jumps and everything.
Yeah. There was like a tabletop and everything. Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, and they strutted pretty good, and that was just a blast. And then of course the Race of Kings being like the big one. But I always wanted to see a trophy truck, so that's why I had to be down the weekend before, because being from the Pacific Northwest, and I haven't been out seeing a lot of desert racing. So I got to see a trophy truck in real time.
Hell yeah, man! Probably the coolest vehicles ever is trophy trucks.
Did you get to meet any of the drivers, like Vonga and Junior, anything like that, or were they kind of?
I didn't meet Vaughn. I wanted to interview him, actually, to be honest. I met Brian Deegan, who's
sick.
We had a long interview, actually, which was really cool. And I talked to Brad Lovell, who's the big Ford driver. Like, he raced almost every class, and podiumed a lot on that one. And he's a very cool guy as well.
That's sick.
That is awesome, dude. Yeah, for anybody watching who's like, what the hell is King of the Hammers? It's this like annual multi-class, multifaceted desert race rally and rock climbing events, just like off-road mecca for a bunch of people. And really thankful that you went and contributed some photos for us. Just look at the photos of the car bursting into flame right now. It's absolutely crazy.
This is insane.
And then obviously Blake's super sick buggy that he's been in trouble with before for driving
was that the car from the video on the streets? Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to ask that.
So yeah, really cool stuff, man. Thank you very much for sending this stuff in and for sharing with us your story.
Wait, did you see a Herbie fully loaded Beetle there? Like, did anyone mimic
fully
Herbie?
Loaded?
Yeah.
Not this year.
I can't think of anybody that was that close to Herbie, or actually even had the Herbie race number, but that would have been actually pretty funny and awesome.
When I see a Beetle, I need to see Herbie.
Yeah, those Class 11s were just a blast. Like, they are hilarious, and such a grassroots way to get into desert racing. Like, I think,
absolutely.
I mean, you could probably build a car on the cheap for about $6,000. It's super controlled class. Like, you're only allowed a 1600cc engine with a lot of restrictions, but yeah, you can just have a super blast doing it. And that picture up there, that's Darren Parsons. I was talking about how kind of like, some of this desert racing, like it's allowing you to, like, well, Bill Steen put it as it's the last place you can speed is in the desert. And I was like, I kind of agree with that. Like, you can build some of these trucks now in your garage and go just have a total blast and just be a total petrol head and just have speed and jump and just be silly.
Love it. That's the spirit of modifying stuff right there. And yeah, what you said about the slow class Beetles, slow cars driving fast is the most fun.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Absolutely.
The most fun you can have.
Yeah. You're talking to a guy who's thrown a Miata, so yeah, I know all of them, taking a slow car and having a blast in it.
Awesome, dude.
Yep.
Well, man, thank you for calling in,
thanks
and
so
thanks
much
for contributing. We really appreciate you. If you need passes for any other, off-road adventures of yours or any events, hit us up, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks so
likewise,
much,
man.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
See ya.
See you.
Later.
Okay, question before we move on to the next topic. What is the most expensive form of motorsport that, like, a normal person could get into?
Drifting.
Trump car racing is cheaper. Drifting is expensive, man.
I said it was the most
so
expensive.
expensive.
What's the
Drifting's
most?
expensive.
What is the single most expensive?
Formula Motorsports?
No, like that a person can, like, recreationally get into.
Like
Oh,
drag
Formula Motorsports?
I think drag racing.
No, drag you can get in. You
get in pretty
drive
cheap.
your car.
You can get into anything cheap, but
just drive your car straight. That's it.
Once you get into drag racing, people are spending like tens of thousands of dollars to get like 0.2 of a second faster. Of
That's
the one that'll kill you is time attack. You start spending thousands per like gram of weight loss when you're trying to like shave down weight.
I think it's like
times.
What sport is it most expensive to get into? Is I think how I interpreted the question you asked.
Still circuit
and
racing.
like circuit racing, technically,
you can get in circuit racing with a stock VRZ though.
That's true. Yeah, you go chump car racing. I think
racing.
that's the cheapest. If you want to go race and like race wheel to wheel, not like race the clock, go race chump cars. It's like borderline stock, minimal modification, like heaps of junk, old hatchback Civics, and like.
Because you can't get into drag racing with a little bit of money.
That's fair.
It's just not going to be fun.
Barrier to entry for drag is hard.
You could, but obviously you won't be as competitive, and that would urge you to go forward. But cost to entry,
Fiat 500e Lease drag racing.
Drifting, you know, if I take a rear-wheel drive car drifting, I can do it. But how many laps am I going to get out of those tires before I have to start buying new tires, switching them? Circuit racing, like track time, like time attack, you can probably get into it. You might have to do a few cool-down laps, a few more cool-down laps than you'd like to. Yeah. But you can generally run a whole day on the same brake pads and tires.
But also, you can get into an E46 with a welded diff already that's manual, like a 325 for
But then tires is what I'm talking about. How many laps are those tires going to last?
That's true, but
at
also
least a day if you're not shredding.
But yeah.
Also, to go circuit racing though, you need really expensive tires.
You don't need,
but to be competitive.
Yeah, but
the thing about circuit
like
racing that people don't consider is how much of a beating your car takes. Like everyone thinks like drifting is so hard on the car. Drifting's really easy on the car, unless you're bouncing off the red limiter, which is like hard on the engine, or hitting walls, which is obviously hard on the body. The act of like actually taking corner at like full grip and like lots of lateral G's into every ball joint, every arm, every bushing, that's like a huge kick to the side of your car every corner. So that's like the abuse.
I've seen people be very competitive in drifting with really, really terrible drift cars.
Simple setup.
I've never seen anybody really competitive into circuit racing with a really bad circuit car.
That's
like
true.
If you're competitive, you have a stock BRZ or every single suspension piece done, every this, every that.
I don't know. From autocross, I've pretty much autocross is different to time of track. It is. It's tires and weight reduction. Just take the back seats out. That's it. That's literally all you need to go fast.
This is fair.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Before we move on to features, we did want to call out Fuel Fest. It's happening on March 1st in Tampa, and we have Eric going to be covering the event for us.
That's where he's going.
Yes. Basically what we're doing for a lot of our good valued contributors is they're reaching out to me mostly, and we're securing them tickets to go to shows, getting media passes, and then they're giving us the content, and we have them on the pod. So if you are interested in doing that, you can send us a message on Instagram.
Yes, event photographers of all kinds, videographers even. If you're watching, you want to go to some events and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, I don't know if I can afford the ticket, we can get you a ticket. You just have to get us some
events are so expensive now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel that.
This one's gonna be really cool because it has it's like concerts.
Fuel Fest
is cool.
Yeah,
Fuel Fest is gonna be fuel of action.
Get out.
Fuel Fest is a cool event though.
I'm excited to see the coverage that he provides for us.
Same. Me too. Especially because Florida. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Florida? That's sick.
Yeah,
Tampa, Florida.
I think there's two. They're doing two in Florida this year.
Oh.
It's kind of the only state where you can just be completely insane and nobody cares.
Like Texas and Florida.
Yeah, we blew up a truck for a center stage. Like, yeah, okay. You have a fire extinguisher? Cool.
Florida does not care. I've been driving around a car with my license plate that says "May run." That's tucked all the way up for months there, by the way. Not
Ontario.
a single soul. It looks like a fake plate on a street racing car. Not a single.
If it has four wheels and brakes, you can insure it in Florida.
I love Florida. God bless America. That's all I can say.
So let's get into some features.
Yep.
We got submissions. You guys know the drill by now. A bunch of people have been submitting, trying to get into this year's PASMAG issues and features online and what have you. We've put out the call for specific vehicle types. I'm hoping we see some of those this week. I know we need more drift cars, more Nissans, more... Missing someone. Toyota Lexus, they're looking pretty good.
Toyota Lexus.
More trucks. I hope there's a truck in here.
EV.
Guys, please, if you have a cool
drivetrains.
Nissan, Adam and I are both very deep into the Nissan culture. We love to see them. We love to talk about them, and we just want to see like cool builds. So please submit your Nissans and just talk to us about them. We like them a lot.
Without further ado, let's
go.
It's a Lexus.
This thing is sick.
That looks nice.
That
So
color
we've got
is so
Cassandra's 2018 LC500. That is a nice color. I assume wrap?
Yeah. has to
Question
be.
mark?
Yes.
I don't like to assume anymore because a couple of times I've been like, that's a wrap. And the guy's like, surprise. It's paint.
But the LC is such... I think it's the best looking platform that you can buy brand new today within like a quote unquote reasonable...
For sure.
I could be
Looks
wrong, but I
insane.
thought I saw a Nosatec sticker.
Ah, yes. I'm trying to pull up the spec list quickly because I didn't have that up.
I really like this.
No.
It looks
I
very
did not.
pretty.
I do like the 3 exhaust
Interesting
pipes.
trunk setup. with
I love the
battery
front-
just chilling.
I love the front fenders. I'm not a fan of the rear fenders, but I understand how somebody would like them.
I
love the front.
like the rear fenders.
Yeah, I
like,
like
exactly
actually a
my
lot.
point. Exactly my point. But
Ooh, it's an Artisan Spirits wide body.
Yeah.
are those Advan?
Very nice.
Something,
very
something.
high
Those are
quality kit.
GTs, yeah.
Yeah. This thing is gangster.
So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's just, and I don't say this demeaningly, it is just a Artisan Spirits kit, a wrap, some nice wheels and tires, and air suspension.
But what more do you need on these?
It was nicely executed.
It is.
Yeah,
Is
look,
it an LC 500H or just a regular LC? That's my other
500.
Just the 500? Yeah. They
By
make
the
good
way-
horsepower. It's a damn good car.
makes
literally-
like 495,
Damn
500.
good car.
Literally, you don't need more than this to this car. Like, I'm not sure what else you want to do. The interior on them stock is insane.
Yeah, that's fair.
Power-wise, they're dead reliable and.
I'm
very
hoping there's
quick.
more than meets the eye, because I don't know if, like, you can't just buy a new car, wrap it, and put a body kit on it, and call it a feature Yusuf.
My car is 25 years old.
it brand new.
Okay, but no, yeah, Yusuf's got a
I'm just
point though.
playing.
With the newer Lexi, there's really not much you can do to them.
Like, genuinely, any more that you do to this car, you're just trying to chase trophies at a show.
Yeah, that's
Or make your
understandable.
car undrivable and unusable. Like, this is.
This is like perfect. This
You already
is
picked
prime.
one of the best looking new cars that you can buy today.
This is like OEM plus.
Yeah,
I don't
basically.
think wide body is. You can mention OEM anymore.
Like, I agree with your guys' point, but also, like, the decisions that they made all work together.
Yeah,
Not the
it's,
front
it's
end.
You know what I
nicely
mean?
put
Like, you
together
could
for
pick
sure.
any wide body, any wheels, you know what I mean? Like, all this other stuff, but the
Everything just
decisions
flows
kind of
nice.
came together, and that's why it looks good.
Minus the hood. I don't like the black center, but like other than that, I like it.
I don't hate it. I like that the orange goes through the middle of it.
The
I-
execution is phenomenally well done. Like
I
even
do
just
like the
looking at
orange.
Yeah, whoever did the
gaps.
body work, like, good on you.
Very very good
Good
job.
on you.
Let's talk to her and see
100%.
see what she has
I
to
think
say.
the nice thing is Artisan Spirits come
Cassandra.
pretty
Hello.
good.
Hi,
Hello,
sorry.
hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Can you tell us a bit about this body kit? Were you there for the fitting and fabrication? Did it fit perfectly when you got it?
It didn't fit perfectly. I did go to, we went to Dirty Works in Huntington Beach, California, and actually Roy, he worked on my car and did the air suspension, so I trust him 100%. I was a little nervous cutting my car, but when I finally decided to do it, we went to him, and he had to make some slight changes or like fittings to it, and cut a little bit more than we anticipated at first, but I think it came out perfect after he's done with it.
Yeah, it looks incredible. That's what made me wonder if
Is-
maybe it came perfectly.
Also,
fitting.
is it paint or wrap?
It's a wrap. It's
Wrap.
a wrap from Protec. Yes, got the color from an LFA. It's a sunset orange. So
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
yeah,
I like the tribute.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you had this car?
I've had it since 2019, and at first I didn't want to modify. I was like, let's keep it let's keep it stock. I really love the body lines as it came, but then I had a couple of years later, and then I was like, okay, I'm ready. I got this opportunity to work with Artisan Spirits, and I was like, I'm not going to pass it up. So I was nervous because I wasn't really looking for an aggressive look, but for me, it came out subtle enough that I like it.
Yeah, I think it still looks enough like the original car that, someone who doesn't know wouldn't know that you've wide body kitted this car with some like custom
OEM plus
kit. So that's really cool.
Honestly,
Yeah, it was wide when I first got it. So yeah,
Exactly.
it just looks at.
The wrap is the wrap looks very good. I like the.
what size are those wheels? Are they 19s, 20s, 18.
They're 21-inch. They're
21.
21-inch.
Those cars can take big
wheels.
They can take big wheels.
All new cars have some
Yeah.
big wheels.
It's
Yeah.
good balance too.
They look like very good on it.
Yeah, I think those wheels alone cost more than like
My
all
car.
my cars.
Yeah.
Man, that's wicked. So, do you have any plans for like upcoming mods or anything that you want to do to it?
I do love the interior, but I think I'm just I'm not gonna pull out and get a new interior. Just do some upgrades to the interior, like
Very fair.
work around with what's already have. Yeah, I mean, I love the luxury look of it already, and I don't really want to change that too much. So I'm looking to do that, and then maybe some headers in there. I do love the way it sounds right now with the exhaust, so I'm not too sure, but that's just a thought right now. So
Right on.
Wicked.
No plans for like big crazy horsepower.
Not yet. No plans yet.
Yeah, that's understandable. It already makes pretty damn good horsepower. It makes more horsepower than my car does,
Yeah.
heavily modified. So.
So I know
Yeah, no, it's a fun car.
I know the Lexus Toyota issue's filling up, but I do see at least a spot in there for this
Yeah, I think
I
it
agree.
should make an appearance at
Yeah.
the very least.
for sure.
It's just so well put together and it looks cool.
Stock, they're one of the best looking cars that you can buy today.
Easily.
And modified, that obviously elevates that a lot. So yeah, I do really like it too.
And
This is
also, Advan wheels. Hell yeah.
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 Can never go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
I mean, TEs would have been better, right, Julie?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm joking.
Whoa. Fire this man. Cassandra, thank you so much for submitting this and for calling in to share the story. I think we'll be in touch really soon.
100%.
No problem. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Man, car people are so nice.
There will be no Advan slander
Not
on
all
this
of them.
podcast,
Just
sir.
the ones that we've talked to.
The ones that we've talked to are all nice.
You should see some of the DMs we get.
I've realized the worse of the build that you have, the worse of a person you are to talk to.
What?
No, there's lots of people who have really, really nice builds who are.
Awful.
Yeah, and a lot of people.
Oh, I guess I can think of one right now. It's
Our
coming straight
homeboy
to my head.
Rusted and Busted says that center exhaust gives me some ideas. Uh-oh.
Winky face.
The man's
Yes.
cooking.
Yep.
The
See,
man's
first
cooking.
like LC 500 I've seen with a center exhaust done like that.
Oh, really? I think the Artisan Spirits kit
forces it?
Yeah, it makes it go. I mean,
I think
I don't know if it comes with an exhaust, but you have to accommodate.
I feel like if they did like a what's it called, like an ISF, like the stack exhaust.
the triangle.
No, like the ones that go like
No.
that. The ISF,
Oh,
like the
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Should do like some LFA style weird thing. Where
I
it's
do
like
like
the triple.
That would be cool. I do like
So
ISFs
cool.
a lot. I did drive one across the country because my buddy bought one in Alberta and tricked me into going there. So
Sick.
thank you for that, Max.
You're always down for an adventure, though.
I love it. I love it.
T
Yeah, we
says
drove.
Julia speaking facts.
Oh, Mr. R34 Akuma. Hello.
What up, dog?
What up, T?
Good morning.
I think we have
Another
another feature.
Lexus?
Oh, look,
Oh,
another
yes.
Lexus.
Oh.
Yes, keep it coming. I
Okay.
love.
All right,
Is-
hold up.
Do you guys think the RC is worth half the price of the LC? Sorry.
Is that what it costs?
They're about half. Like in the used market, at least right now, they're give or take
That's
half.
pretty good.
An RC, you're looking at like 45
These are really nice
for,
cars,
45 for the early years.
But for a LC for the early years, you're looking at about 90.
90, yeah.
Do you guys think the LC is worth double?
No.
If you have it, yes. If you just want to look like the coolest car that rolled off the
They're
lot in the
essentially
last 10 years,
the same
yes.
car for the most part.
The interiors are way different.
It's yeah.
The interiors
it's quite
are-
a step
are
up in quality.
Huge change in the interiors.
To be honest-
but I will say the brand new 2025 RCs
Yep.
are a disgrace.
Wait a
Like,
second. This was a Toyo Tread Pass car. Recognized. I see
This is
you.
cheating. We know Toyo
Recognize.
Tread Pass
I see
cars
you.
are all insane.
I see you.
is
That was
cheating.
back in like 2017, so it's been a hot minute.
Jeez.
I'm looking through the spec list. I see some good stuff. Army Tricks stainless exhaust. So like the best exhaust.
Man, I hate cages in street cars. It's my pet peeve. Like,
Oh,
what? You're just
wait,
making it
what?
more unsafe.
Red wheels or
Molded Pandem body kit.
More
I think they're two
unsafe?
separate sets.
Does he have
Yeah.
two
How?
wheels
Without a
on each
helmet.
side?
Cages are more unsafe on the street if you don't have a helmet than not having a cage.
Fair. Or what if he just rides around with a helmet all the time?
Hey, fair play to him.
Okay, your non-red wheels, love them.
Or the Meister L1?
Red wheels,
He has a.
We've
Jesus.
seen 3 different wheels.
Wait, that's a lot of
third
sets
set
of
of
wheels.
wheels. All right.
Okay,
Oh.
both sets of works we like.
Well, I want to
Those
see what he wrote
brakes.
down for his wheel specs. Let's find out.
Damn. That's
Nothing.
a nice.
The
Ooh,
fit
that's a
and
really
put
nice
it in.
spoiler.
That's a nice back end.
Whoever
I
was
like
the
that
videographer for this, like, good
Yeah.
on you. This is crazy.
This looks good, man. I
Right?
love it. This
This
is
is
like
so-
a properly nice street car.
This is right. This is right on the cusp of you can daily drive your project car.
Yeah.
2015. These have very comfortable seats. That's all I know about these things. Like very comfortable.
Oh, I like that hood. Yeah. I didn't notice that before.
I'm a fan.
By the way, this is exactly on the cusp of you can still daily drive and enjoy your project car, and okay, it got too much.
Right. Intake headers too, nothing too insane to like, oh, now it's broken kind of situation.
And if you're sitting in traffic, if somebody doesn't know anything even in the slightest about cars, you won't take a second look really at this. But if you're if you know, you freaking know.
That kit is a tragedy for the body lines, but that's not.
It fits well. The fit and finish is very
it's nicely molded.
Very
yeah, they transformed it into different look, but
and
I
the
think
rear
that's
mount
what's,
hardware.
like, good about it.
Molding it made it slightly better.
This is not molded.
If it wasn't, it is.
Is this rear mount hardware?
No, this is molded.
Is that molded?
This is molded Pandem wide body kit.
Oh my god, you're right.
On chalk.
Completely
paint,
my mistake.
Fully chalk painted after.
Do we have
with the calipers? Oh my god, the touch is nice. Okay.
Do we have this owner on the line?
Can we talk to this guy or girl?
Do.
Dana.
He's online.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's going on, Dana? This is a pretty
what's
cool
going on,
car,
guys?
Man.
This is insane.
Thanks, bud.
I really like. I don't know. There's a lot of like little details. It's taking a lot of things that I don't normally like, which is like wide body Pandem kits and certain mods, and just making them look really killer. So that's a step in the right direction. What wheels are on the car? Because I've seen three sets of maybe 4 sets of wheels.
Right now, I have the Meister L1.
L1s are sick. Yeah.
All right, I like it. Were you in the Tread Pass for 2017?
Yes, I was. The car was Chameleon before.
Oh my god, now I recognize it. Okay. This is a huge step in the right direction. To hell with Chameleon cars.
Honestly, all of these Lexus builds that we're seeing are so classy.
Right? The chalk gray is a super nice paint. Especially that you went with paint, because I've seen people wrap this color and it doesn't have that like it's very dull.
Like
this has like so much depth to it when
I think this is the right color to paint this car.
Hell yeah, it is.
This or that RCF orange.
Can't stand red wheels.
Basic. Yeah.
But
it just gives it like a real clean look.
Yeah, it looks super clean.
That's what I was going for.
Are you factory seats in the front?
No, they're Recaro Sportster GTs.
Oh, it's a good seat. That's a good seat.
Yeah, those are nice. The factory seats were comfy though.
and right now they're wrapped in distressed leather with a chalk color Alcantara centers.
No way. Damn. All right.
I just really like this car, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, this is just very good. You've done a lot to the car without doing like an overboard build. I think typically I don't know if anyone feels the same. I might just be old and jaded. When I see cars like this, where it's like clearly a lot of work on the exterior, wing, like kind of like trendy mods in the sense of like the body kit and nice paint, and that you see the Toyota tires painting, you just assume like, oh, this is just too far. Like he's probably done too much, and now it's an undrivable mess, and it's like full show car. No, this looks like. Do you drive this all the time?
I don't drive it all the time. It's mainly like a weekend car and a car to go to shows.
Fair play.
That's fair. Dude, I really like it. I think it's executed super well. I think it looks good. I think the color change is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Someone was asking in the comment what the original color was.
The original color was pearl white.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah. This is like a step above, though. This just takes that extra level of like clearly modified.
Well, that's proof that like every decision on the car like was made, because he didn't just like stick to what it was before. He actually like made a decision. He's like, okay, I like the white. I'm gonna go with like a different version.
If you in general told somebody, hey, I have a white car, I'm gonna make it chalk gray, they'd say, are you stupid? They're too similar. You know what I mean? But like when you actually think about the execution and how it goes at the end,
exactly.
It's like you know that you made a decision. You didn't just like, meh. It is what it is. It's white.
And the painted calipers with the Pandem thing on it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude. A slight tint on the headlights is just like.
Honestly, this Toyota Lexus issue is going to be freaking stacked.
How wide are your rear wheels?
Right now they're 13.
Jesus.
13.
Negative 50.
Yeah, Rustin Busted says that offset. Ugh. That's wild. How many wheels does this? How many wheels do you have? How many sets in your possession right now?
I have 3 sets right now.
Sir, this is an intervention. Surprise. Your family have gathered us here. No, dude, this is really good. I think, just like the last one, this deserves at least an appearance in the Lexus issue. It's
at the minimum.
Very good.
Yep. It is, I would probably say cover. In the running for other opportunities. You know?
No, this is definitely a very high contender to be in the magazine. Like, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying.
And we're a family of Lexuses, so my wife with the LC 500, and then my son drives an IS 500.
Oh, sick, dude.
Oh, he drives a brand new
too.
IS 500. That's sick.
That was
Yeah.
a nice car.
Just a family of V8s right there. Holy.
That's right.
You guys hate fuel economy. Wow.
That's wicked.
T says man's collecting wheel estate. That's good. Well, dude, thank you very much for sending this in and calling to talk to us. I think you'll be hearing from us very soon.
Sweet.
100%.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
dude.
your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Wheel estate.
Okay,
That's
okay.
funny.
I like it.
Earthquake.
Was good.
Hey, what's
So-
up? What?
Are we taking a slight break from the features for a second?
Yes.
Because I think we have some other stuff to talk about in the world.
In the world.
We talked about Jeeps earlier in this episode. And there's one from we were also talking about Florida. So this is really full circle moment for the show here.
Yep.
There's a Pompano Beach, Florida-based custom shop called SoFlo Customs.
It looks so angry.
If you know the
He's so
name,
mad.
you know the quality of the work. SoFlo Customs builds insane things. This right here, this angry-looking Jeep.
Very angry.
They're calling it their ethos for it is the way the Jeep Rubicon 392 should have been built. If you know the Jeep Rubicon 392, it's like the fast-ish one. It's like a 6.4 liter.
You'll see a little
V8.
You'll see an actual functional hood scoop if you look at the front of the car if it's a 392.
And it's like damn near 500 horsepower and matching torque. Like, it was super fast. This is, I guess, that concept turned up to 11. This has a 392 Hemi V8 producing 575 horsepower.
Oh my god.
Their idea is a 575 horsepower 4x4 Corvette killer, quote unquote. That is a bold claim, SoFlo.
Corvette killer.
If you're going against Mr. New Balance, who just bought his brand new C5, C6 from the factory and hasn't touched it, yeah, this might actually be faster in a straight line.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I raised a question about this vehicle. Would you rather a Jeep with a Corvette engine or a Corvette with a Jeep engine?
Which one's going to get more when I sell it?
Corvette with the Jeep engine. Obviously, you drive a slow car fast, not a
Think
fast
about
car
it.
slow.
Imagine you have a 3.6 Pentastar V6 or that turbo 4-cylinder in a Corvette. Any Corvette gen you want.
Yeah, but
or,
at least it handles
I'll be honest, I don't like either option.
no, they're both terrible options. But which one would you drive as your car? I think I would pick the
Corvette, because I could always take that crap engine out and put a better one in.
But how good would a
love how you're
4-cylinder Corvette be?
Erasing the
I'm not
question.
keeping it.
I feel like a
I'm never
4-cylinder
keeping
Corvette.
it.
point.
I'm going to sell it.
Not the point.
If I have to go drive one just for a day, give me the Jeep with the Corvette engine and I'll just go off-road.
And then you get death wobble at 105.
Adam's like, I'm picking one, but I'm immediately changing it.
nullifying the,
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, this is just, I thought it was interesting. It's just going to be this like very fast, strange looking Jeep with like a cool interior. That
To be
looks,
honest,
like,
this is
actually
very
nice.
Florida. Like, this is very, I'm in Miami on the beach.
This is the Florida man mobile.
Until somebody steals
If there
all
was
of the chains out of your
Batman
glove box.
Florida, he would drive one of these.
It's fun. I mean,
Coming to
why
a
not?
neighborhood near you with Punisher logos and thin blue line flags all over it.
How much are these? Is the question? Do we know?
So
So are
yes.
they actually
99
like,
and
They
129.
start at $100,000 up to $120,000.
When you think about it, though,
fully loaded.
Damn.
Rubicon Wrangler is like 70, 80 grand. So this isn't that like
Yeah, if you're gonna
crazy
spend
over
the extra
MSRP.
20
To be
for,
honest,
like,
if it's
I
your
really
thing.
hate angry eye Jeeps though.
I do too.
Just grow up.
But it does look like you can just change the front grille to.
But it also looks like. By the way, one sound effect for this car, it looks like Just looks like it's screaming.
Wait. Production, can we bring up a side picture of that Jeep again? We have those, right? There's a photo of it to the side. Yeah, scroll down a little. Oh my God, Rusted and Busted has those wheels.
That's funny.
Oh my God, he has those wheels.
He literally commented, "I have the same wheels." That is great. So, Corvette killer meet Corvette.
We also got a comment K-swap. Honestly, a K-swap would be
I think
very
I've seen a
sick in
K-swap Jeep somewhere. That's a thing.
I
That's
know.
been a
I know.
thing.
There's a 2J swap Jeep. In
There is a
Brampton.
2J.
Yes,
There is a
seen
2JC. That is so sick.
Oh, I hit
A
my
2J
elbow so hard.
Jeep. Okay.
Funny bone.
But anyways, there is a Jeep that's being made.
Honk, honk.
And these Jeeps are going to look very good in the parking lot of a mall with somebody that says, yeah, I went off-roading once 14 years ago because there's a little bit of dirt on the road.
He kept the dirt on it from 3 years ago, so it looks like he went off-roading.
And then he parks a little bit on the curb just to let people know,
because he can.
Because he can.
Now, before we roast Jeep owners any further, I think we have some more features, so that was a nice break. Something we almost forgot to mention.
What, that Jeep owners are funny?
Yes.
Jeep owners are always interesting.
I mean, never a dull moment, that's for sure.
Okay, what about Bronco owners?
Dull lives.
Do you feel like Bronco owners are equivalent? Worse.
No, I'm kidding.
Classic Bronco owners?
Yeah, what did Bronco owners give each other when they meet
Except
each other?
one
Like,
guy
no,
who did
but
some
the,
bad stuff.
ducks
the,
or swans?
The influencer girls who buy old school Broncos are the worst.
Like Sydney Sweeney? Didn't she get a Bronco or something? I thought that
I
was
don't know.
There was a Ford ad campaign where I think she had a Bronco.
When
I mean, she's fine, but I'm just saying, like, you see, like, the, like, I've seen videos of just like someone like, I got a new car, and they're like, I got this. It's just
one of my good friends has a 2024, I think, Bronco, like brand new one, whatever. When you're driving it, you give people a Jeep wave, they give it back in Jeeps, and they don't notice. No, because Jeep owners are stupid.
It does look very square. Driving one across America was fun.
Says
they're very good on gas.
Jeep owners are stupid as we have a Jeep owner.
Hot take.
Jeep, but the Broncos are very. I would get the Bronco over the Jeep. They're way better on gas, nicer interior, quieter, and they're more dignified.
We can mute Yusuf for that comment.
That's all I'm saying.
What do you think? Should we mute him?
After driving the Bronco, it does beat every Jeep.
But they don't come in hybrid.
For like regular driving.
The Broncos don't come in hybrid.
Oh no.
That's something that we need to. The hybrid Jeeps are sick.
All right, moving on.
Let's get to our next feature before Yusuf gets himself muted by the production team that likes Jeeps.
And has Jeeps. I'm sorry, guys.
Whoa.
I love that.
Yeah, Toyota Lexus issue is going hard.
Oh, damn. This
I
is
love it already.
I love a good set of ITBs.
Starlets.
Classic livery.
Look at the seats.
Yeah, we get a little bit of Volkswagen appreciation.
I like this a lot.
This is so good.
We featured a Toyota Starlet a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago now, from the California area. That was like very nice, and this reminds me a lot of that, except stupidly clean.
This attention to detail and the color, like blocking that's done is like.
I need to see the spec list.
Yeah, the color combo
interested.
is really
Man, this looks like it would be owned by like Tyler the Creator.
I love how he's touching the car.
By the way, this looks like it's owned by a rapper. This looks like it's owned by a rapper who's really into cars and really with it.
Dude, this is
like
so
Tyler
good.
Like Tyler the Creator, I just referenced before.
So this is another Team Garage Life car, which I think other features of today have also been.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 81 Starlet. It makes 200 wheel horsepower out of that beautiful beams of ITV.
Wow.
Oh, dude, what? This is awesome. Feature,
hell?
yes.
Yes. No, this was a yes from the first time I saw this.
This is an immediate yes. Techno-toy everything for the suspension. Custom headers and exhaust. Empire fabrication with custom fab bumpers, rear wing splitter, side exhaust.
I want it.
Tom's wheels. Tom's 13-inch wheels. Yeah, everything about this
insanely
good.
I love this.
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like you'd just be so happy driving it.
Like, I feel like you need, this is, do you know how no build is ever complete? This build is complete.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, what more
Mr. _ Grip is the guy who did the custom mirrors for anybody looking for the coolest epoxy mirrors of all time.
Dude, look at the long tube headers. Those are like just a piece of art.
Yeah, this is a real art piece. Do we have JD on the line? Because I need to talk to this individual.
Do.
Hey.
Hello.
Yo.
How's it going?
What is up, dude? This is very nice.
Thank you so much.
I think you're definitely aware of how good this car is.
That's a 480,
because you put this together properly.
Yeah, Sean's from Empire Fabrication. We both have severe OCD.
It shows. It shows in the best way possible.
Yeah, so whenever we've thrown away a lot of things and been like, okay, this didn't work. Also choosing the Starlet, which has nothing really built for it, so you kind of have to build everything,
right.
Especially when you put a beans motor in there that really doesn't fit. We had to push the firewall back.
That was my first question.
6 inches.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes sense.
So the whole interior, we had to custom fit the seats. The car is really made for me, so if you're taller than me, I'm sorry. I don't know if you're going to fit.
Hi, John. I got bad news for
I
us,
know.
bro.
You might be able to do it. The seat does go back, but with the cage, it makes it a little limiting.
Right.
And there's floor mount pedals with false floor. So we thought of anything we could have, and then added more.
Are the TRD stripes vinyl or paint?
Those are vinyl.
Okay.
Just because I thought maybe one day I might want to change the livery again.
Yeah, of course,
at some point.
I think vinyl or liveries should be vinyl unless you have way too much money.
Liveries should be vinyl, or unless you really know what you want.
Yeah,
like really know what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is phenomenal.
So sick.
Vader works out in Simi Valley. He did that for me, and he told me anytime I wanted to change it, he would do it. So I was like, okay, cool, that makes sense. Let's do that.
Dude, I don't even know where to start with this car other than you clearly get a feature in the Toyota issue, and it's not even a contest. This is
it's not a question.
So well put together from top to bottom, engine bay, fitment. You made 200 horsepower out of a naturally aspirated beams in a very small car, which I'm sure is an absolute riot to drive. There's nothing I don't like.
When you see it driving, you don't expect the sound that's coming out of it, because it has a side exhaust, which I probably should have put on the passenger side to benefit the passengers and not myself. But it does sound nice when I'm driving, so I can hear it fully, and it screams. It really screams.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm a big Beams engine fan in general, so this is, this takes.
It's really the perfect motor. It revs to high hell, and
those mirrors
it's so responsive. So it's just a great motor to put in anything.
I noticed your awesome epoxy mirrors there. You have the same maker listed for the shift knob. Is it kind of the same thing? I haven't seen it in the video yet.
It is the same thing.
Oh,
actually,
they
were really close to the same color at first. I sent the pictures when they were first put on there. Now they're a little bit more yellow on the mirrors because of heat.
Of course.
But it actually looks super cool now, because it looks like they just aged.
Yeah, no, I honestly like it more. This whole thing, I think driving this would give me chills. It's just so properly put together.
Yeah.
Slow cars going fast and really, really well executed. JD, thank you so much.
It's gorgeous.
For submitting this. I'm excited to learn more about this when we put the feature together and get it shot. And I think that belongs front and center in a Toyota magazine.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah, and it's worth noting that we wanted to put it together it was we called it a 4-man stinger, so we just wanted to give things everywhere you look on the car.
I love
little
it, man.
Surprise thing.
This is phenomenal. Yeah, dude, we will be in touch. So keep your phone nearby.
Perfect. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks for your
JD.
time.
Have a good one.
We got some comments in the meantime. People love the interior, obviously.
Yeah.
People are just reacting positively to this car in general. JT says, got here late. Looks like a Beams blacktop. Super jelly of the headers. Honestly, yes.
Rusted and Busted said, that sensual rubbing. Ooh.
It's just caressing the spoiler.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be the second set of ITBs we have in the Toyota Lexus issue.
It's a weird statistic to think about.
Absolute Electronics has a funny remark about your Jeep and Corvette engine question. He says, why would you put a Jeep engine in a Jeep?
It's true.
Yep.
And it's got a point.
No, Chrysler is known for making the most high-quality motors.
Moving on.
So this next submission that we do have is...
is this the one?
This is a little bit different than the usual submission. So we actually have a video taken by the person who submitted the vehicle.
Full walkthrough.
I don't even know what kind of car it is, but all I know is it's been getting hyped up around the office. So
Yeah,
I'm really
production team told us to brace ourselves for Mr. Jonny Couture.
So honestly, yeah, they don't have a low standard. So without further ado, let's see this video.
Put me in. Oh, dude. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's this car.
Are we supposed to be able to hear him talking?
Are we supposed to be able to hear this, production team? Because we don't hear this. We don't hear this. Nope.
Oh, we don't hear it.
Okay, we're watching. Is this the same one that was in SEMA? It has to be.
It's all OEM from Honda, all brand new. Every night, bro. This is
supposed to SEMA car.
Machimoto Compacto.
Basically down to bare metal.
Yeah, we're watching.
Got all the trim, they're good done. It is a P20A3.
Another set of ITBs.
Fully
Love it.
refreshed, resealed. Everything's been gone.
Is that
through.
rhino liner on your valve cover?
It's
and the clear coolant tubes.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Plus 100 cool points.
That's so
That's one of my favorite mods ever.
Yeah.
And I only see it on old Hondas lately.
I only see that on like old hot rods.
I was gonna say that's an old hot rod lowrider thing. And now it's
They
transferred.
love doing that.
So
Such a cool thing to
friggin'
add
cool.
in.
I could never do that on my own car.
Oh, he
because
did what I want to do with it, is
LED.
backlight it. Yeah.
I can never do it on my car because you just see like gunk floating around.
And it leaking out, all the air bubbles. You know what's funny? It's a fully built K20, and he put the horsepower as unknown. Too fast for you, pal.
Yep.
I did the rear seats.
Oh my! The spec list is
Armrest.
The Brit headliner is kind
Absolutely
of
insane.
questionable. I'm gonna be
This
honest.
is a guy with a laptop in the passenger seat.
This is the guy that the memes warn you about not racing.
wow. Those seats look very uncomfortable.
Those seats are worth more than my vehicle with seats in it.
Yeah.
Steering wheel.
Oh, this is sick.
Oh, S2K dash.
Fully functional.
AP2. AP2 cluster.
God dang.
Sorry, AP1. My bad. 9,000.
Do you know why I recognize this car? And it's not because of
Jeez.
SEMA. This is a Tuner Battlegrounds 9 competitor who went all the way to stage 2 in the playoffs.
You mean top 2?
It says stage 2. I don't know what that means.
means.
Yeah, this thing kicks ass, needless to say. And it looks like it's been
iPad.
modified further from the time he was on here.
Slide it forward.
I see a bunch of different engine iterations. It doesn't have the wood grain. Oh, it has a different.
X is from 2021.
Everything is different now. Okay. That is sick as hell.
That's sick. The clock is sick.
10 out of 10.
I like how we're seeing all these things. Rega Masters is that. Oh, clock.
Yeah. He's got like carbon fiber, everything fully built engine. It's like, ooh, digital clock in the dashboard. That is the coolest.
So I have the full wheel width
Okay.
up in the front. along with
This
the
is
rotors.
good. If you guys are looking at the spec
Actual
list,
true GDM spec,
can someone point the
16
camera
by
this way for a
7,
second
most
so I
people
can
do
just
18 by, or 16 by 8.
Here.
I went with 16 by 7.
Oh,
true Rega
can the
Masters,
audience hear it?
With the
we pause it?
205 45 16
Okay.
Toyo.
Yeah,
We're just talking
we
over
put the
him.
TV volume up, then
Tires.
you can hear it.
I see, I
Got
see.
the raised satin lug nuts,
Amateur, rookie.
custom-made
Well, I hope
so
you
we're
guys
just
can
talking
hear this.
over-
This is awesome. Yeah, we're just talking over it.
Yeah.
Because we can't hear him talking, I'm sorry.
Here is the parking
somebody
pole. Did more of the Brit
in the
back
chat
here.
say that you
Like,
can
I
hear
don't know if
Jonny
you guys
talking
noticed, but I did
in the
mention
video.
that this is
The bride
only
fabric alone
right
probably
drive
costs half the
K
price of my car
series.
to do this entire
All
Your
of
car.
car is
our
not
drives
worth that much
I like
money,
how
though.
everything's like
as of now
monochrome.
in the world.
cool.
Here's my fuel cell
Yeah.
setup back here.
Yeah, color scheme is on point.
Nothing's popping out at you.
Last but not
Except the
least,
blue
my
coolant
full
lines, which is
custom
10 times
motor
cooler when it's the
compacto,
only thing that's colorful.
through
And he has the
Honda's
magic
OEM.
Honda,
So
whatever they call
again,
those.
Motor
gives the
compacto.
opportunity to
Oh, and the light up
flex,
JDM license plate.
application
There's so many little things that aren't even
Oh, they can hear the video. yes.
related to
Yeah,
the
that's
to
my
the whole
exhibition.
build
So if
and
you
like
guys
the
have any
hardcore
questions,
stuff that I'm just
you
so
can
into with
reach me
this.
on my Instagram.
This is a guy who
which is
appreciates
Security
JDM
2.0.
culture and car stuff, obviously,
It's my new
because
one for this
nobody
car
else
only.
would go through the little
Yeah,
details.
so yeah,
Like those
let me
little
know
light
what
up
you guys
plates aren't
think,
cheap
and,
either. He went and got that for a reason.
Fingers crossed.
Lots of
hope that I
really
make the
cool
spot.
additions that he's put in.
Putting that
Get
digital
feature in
clock in,
there
I'm sure
and,
wasn't the
make you guys
easiest thing.
proud and,
The
be
day
also done.
we see somebody
Appreciate it.
integrate
Thanks,
like a
man. Hey,
Rolex
guys.
in the dash of
Jonny
your car,
Couture.
you have a feature.
I just want to send you a couple small clips, videos of each.
What's
aspect
the
of car.
what's that plate in between the headlights? Like
I'll
where
start
the
off with just like a simple full walk around.
Like the gussets one?
Yeah.
Probably some form of chassis stiffening reinforcement.
I thought it cooling.
Or yeah, maybe extra cooling plate for the
All the
rad.
trim has been redone.
both.
Every seal, every gusset.
Yeah, it's a sexy Rexy. Wait a second, didn't he
It's all
also?
from
We
Honda,
had
all
this guy on the
brand new.
friggin'.
Every night, bro. This was
I
a
want to say he
full
was on the
kitchen
TV
build.
show. Wait, like the very first
Down
years
basically
of the
down
TV
bare
show when we
metal.
were doing
This is all
Garage of Isolation during the pandemic. We were checking in with people in their garages when they were home alone. I want to say this was. He was on there.
Honestly,
we'll find out soon.
You would know
Well,
because you're
talk about
70.
Johnny, you with us?
I'm here.
Yo, were you on the TV show with us early pandemic days? Did you call in and
Yeah.
we looked at your car? I knew it. I knew I recognized this thing.
Hold on. Yeah, you are correct. And I was actually laughing about this earlier when you mentioned it. That was actually my old car. I don't have that car anymore.
No way.
This is a completely different car, 100%.
Oh,
Jesus.
dude. This is an intervention, sir. Your family and friends have gathered us here today. Yeah, this is killer, dude. Everything about this is so good. Are those seats uncomfortable?
No, dude, to be completely honest with you, those are
probably way comfortable than my brides or my Recars or ever were.
Wait, you like bride seats? I couldn't tell.
Just the fabric on everything, but no bride seats. That's actually perfect. Yeah, dude. Do you know what horsepower you're making yet, or is this just like a big mystery?
Do you have like a ballpark-ish?
Well, like I said, it's just a K20 A3, so I'm assuming. I mean, it's literally a garage queen show car. It's all it was built for. So I'm assuming the stock horsepower from what that is.
Sir, you have dart and sleeves and Wiseco pistons, and you think you have stock horsepower?
Yeah, it's just a K20.
This is awesome.
I would assume two something. It's just a street tune. I mean, it's literally. I've probably driven this car. I got it about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So I wanted to do it right. I didn't care about what it cost. I didn't care about the time frame. I just wanted my forever car, and this was going to be it. I didn't care what it would take to do it. So the paint, I heard you guys mention the almond cream. That color was only
correct, baby.
Yeah, it was only made from October to December in '88.
Oh, no
it's
way.
Only 2-3 months that color was actually
correct.
given out. Yeah. Just like everything else, like with the parking pole and the fog lights. And I just wanted to go. I wanted to be like, oh, I've never seen that before. I know, because I'm the one that came up with it.
That's awesome, dude. The digital dash on the top of the dashboard, or the digital clock, rather. Mm-hmm. Was that a factory thing that you restored from like a JDM model?
No, I actually found somebody on Instagram who's from like Ukraine that designs stuff like that. And I was like, and I messaged him like, hey, can I make like this into a clock? And he's like, yeah. So he sent me the actual piece, like the actual clock itself. And it sent me like the wiring diagram and like what pins out, like what pin outs are what. And I just built it off of that.
We have a question from the audience. Two people have asked it, not many. Are the radiator lines glass, plastic, etc.?
They're glass. They're actually Pyrex glass, like a measuring cup. They're glass.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Okay. That's
damn.
What's the company? I know this.
Killer Glass.
Killer Glass. Thank you. That's the one. Yeah, that stuff is cool. That's like an old hot rodding lowrider trick, and I love seeing it on old Hondas because that's like what we see it on all the time now. And yeah, I don't even know where to start talking about this car because there's so much going on, and it's really clear that the car means a lot to you, and so does like car culture of that like late 80s JDM era, because I saw the light up JDM license plate. I see all the like little touches inside the car. Like, you've clearly gone the distance with this thing, and the fact that you've had it for a couple of years is actually ridiculous. Did you get this as a stock car?
100% when I got it.
That's crazy.
That is actually insane. So you've nonstop been working on this car for 2 years, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah. It's just more patience for my wife. I got to give it to her. I mean, every day off, every weekend, every vacation time. I mean, there was just time putting this. I mean, I have to shout out to my buddy Bobby at ABC Auto Body, who did the paint, who sourced out the paint. And then a good friend of mine, Brian Robinson, he's the one that actually assembled the car for me.
Dude, big shout out to Bobby, Brian, and your wife for her patience, because that is the results are clearly worth it. And I know this is all-wheel drive swapped. Is that from a CRV of the same year? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So I got a hold of Stone at S1 Built because nobody makes an all-wheel drive, right-hand drive stuff, because everything is different. Mm-hmm. So like I mentioned in the videos I sent in, the rear mount from Hasford, it's identically pretty much the same as what I have on there. I just had to fabricate that mount because the right-hand drive chassis or the subframe is different.
That makes sense.
So I custom made that mount bracket for that. And then typically when somebody goes all-wheel drive, they're turboed. So they would have like a turbo manifold, so they don't have a normal exhaust. I had to literally create that exhaust manifold to fit my car.
Dude, I don't know what to say other than I don't know if it's ready to be a feature. No, I'm playing. This is like the easiest yes for a Honda feature so far. You are not supposed to say this, but you're definitely in contention to possibly be on the cover. If there's a Honda on the cover, you're in the conversation.
Definitely in it.
Right. So what's crazy is my white car made all the way to second, I believe, if I remember right. And this car is 100, 200, 300,000% better than the last one was.
I can see that already.
So, honestly, let's freaking see you make it to the top then.
Yeah, dude. This is so good. please keep your phone on you. We will be in touch. And thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Really
when I called
it.
for like the coolest Hondas in the world, I didn't think we were actually getting them. And now we have
People
the
were
coolest Hondas in
listening.
the world.
Yep.
You put the bat call out, and he was like,
Yeah, the Honda signal just hit the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny was like, that's me.
"It's my time."
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. This is so insane. I can't wait to see all the up close details and even more about this car. I cannot wait
Not
to
a
get
problem.
a shot and take a good look. And yeah, we'll get a good photographer on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time. Thanks, dude.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Likewise, man.
You too, man.
Dude.
Bye-bye.
Commenters, what do we think about that insane CRX? That might be the best car I've reviewed in weeks.
This is a good point. He kept it 4-bolt.
Ooh.
He kept it OG.
He did. I mean, you're going to rock the Rega Masters. You got to do it.
Yeah.
We got some comments. So many different car styles and mini truck street rod import so well executed. I think he's talking about the glass,
Yeah.
the pipes, which is really cool. JT says CRX literally do not exist in Ontario anymore.
CRXs don't exist
Honestly,
anywhere where there's
sad
salt
truth.
on the road.
Sad truth.
Yeah.
They've been wrapped around trees or dissolved into the earth.
You actually see a bunch of those in Vancouver, though. BC?
Like right-hand drive ones?
No, like even
Oh, normal
left-hand
ones.
drive.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Thrax
You'll see a
Squad
bunch
says
of
11 out of
80s.
10.
Yeah. It's so hard. Like, man, more people got to do the clear coolant lines.
What poor bastard has to follow that up? Do we have another feature car?
We
The
do have
bar
one.
is now all the way up here.
Oh, look.
Oh, hey, it's what we were looking
Okay.
for. A cool
EV.
modified EV and or hybrid drivetrain.
I want to start by saying those wheels are sick.
Yeah, what
I
is
was
going
gonna say,
on down
those are-
there?
They
Oh,
look like
very unique.
What, sand dollars?
Oh
Those
my
little
god,
things.
it does look like a sand dollar.
They look
Right?
like a modern Mazda Speed MSO2.
If you live in a beach town, I'm already on board with your whole
I don't like
vision.
that wing.
Where does he live?
I like
Vermont,
his
Florida. Yeah, this
Yeah, there you
is
go.
a beach cone.
I like his license plate though, so that makes up for the wing.
I had
Your
to
trunk
Google
setup.
what a sand dollar was, and
Oh
it
my
does look
gosh.
like a sand
Look at
dollar.
this.
Look at a
Sand
dried
dollar.
out one. Go to the images. Because that's like a living one.
Guys,
That's
his
weird.
license plate is
Oh,
vroom box.
yeah. Dude, that's
so freaking
sick.
cool.
I'm going to definitely need to know about that.
Yeah, we need to know if that was the ethos. And if you're listening, you can't just say it was. We got to know for real.
Those are cool rims, too. 3-piece or 2-piece at least.
Oh, this dude is modified. Hey,
Ooh.
Mountain Pass Performance, everything. Shout
The-
out to this guy. Go
the
Randy.
color combo's good with
That's
like
my
the
gang.
Crazy free plug.
purpley blue with the yellow.
Yeah, the color.
Somebody knows color theory.
Yeah,
and I
right?
appreciate it.
The trunk is unbelievably good. If you
That's-
did that yourself, that is so freaking
It's a
cool.
hella big spoiler. You
I
see
don't
that?
know-
You see that wing on it?
Yeah.
It doesn't even.
It's a
You
big
can't even
boy
see the end of it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You're
when
like,
you
oh,
guys
yeah,
look at
I-
like
I fit,
Tesla
and
mods,
you're
do you
like-
recognize names and stuff? Like,
No.
I don't. Like a lot of these companies, they exist only
No.
in that market. That's why I had to look and see if like maybe that electrified thing is like a thing
Guys-
you can buy for your Tesla.
That is
Nope.
the best custom license plate I've ever seen.
What is it?
Vroomba.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Vroom and Roomba.
You're in for that alone. And his last name's Hoover. Oh my god, that's so good. So he's got the Adro wide body kit. I know Q's a little jealous right now because he's got Adro everything on his Tesla. Adro V2. He's on airlift, which is interesting. He's on a bunch of very performance-oriented MPP suspension and then airlift. So I wonder how it drives. I mean, and we know they're fast. That's just how they are. Is it a Nosatec Pearl Lavender wrap that you were
those
commenting
lines,
on?
those airlines are perfect.
You know the issue with modifying Teslas is, in my opinion?
You run out of space.
How the heck do you resell them in the future?
Oh,
You literally can't.
what was the resale value supposed to be high anyway?
No, they're not. But like,
Yeah,
I'm not saying the
Teslas
resale
were the
value, but I'm
cheapest.
saying people buy like other people's modified cars, other people's project cars.
For sure.
Tesla owners are not notorious for modifying their cars. So
You know, I'm finding out quite the opposite now. I would say half of them at least, no interest. But after having this much time at MPP and like answering the phone all the time, there's always something wrong, and they're tired of replacing with OEM stuff that's also wrong. You know, there's a lot of like bad parts that
Honestly-
come from Tesla in the factory, bushings namely, and then when they start changing a little thing, because you change a steering bushing, all of a sudden the car feels really amazing. Then you're like, you get that itch. You know how we got into like modifying cars?
Yeah.
It's like one change kind of pushed them like, oh, it can drive better. Like, what else can I do? And then all of a sudden they're buying the
honestly,
catalog.
just wait until I have -8 degrees static in a Model 3
On the
because
Model
I
3.
will do that, and that is my promise to the viewers out there. I will have the most camber on a static Model 3 at all.
He worked with a lot of people. There's 4 Instagram handles here. Zevcentric, which I know is the California Bay Area EV shop. That's very good. Model Plus Studio, and so many others. Can we talk to him? Let's talk to Randy.
Randy Hoover.
Hello, hello.
Yes, hello.
How's it going?
Randy, what's going on, man? This is really wicked, dude.
The first question we have to ask is about the wheels.
Yes. Did you intentionally style the wheels after a sand dollar, or is that just how they are?
That's just how they are.
Props for the honesty.
I like the Aero design wheel, and so they only had this in a 1-piece originally, and we made it a 2-piece, and it looks a little more sand dollary with how much.
Yeah, I hear you. I like the turbofan look around the edges too. Like, there's a lot to like about the wheel design, and your trunk, as Julia commented, the color theory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some sort of design background, or you just naturally understand design?
A lot of Google and time, honestly.
Yeah, I respect the honesty. Honestly,
Yeah.
This came together like really well. The Adro kit looks really good. I was always curious, like what a full build with the Adro stuff would be like after Q got his hands on some Adro stuff. This is really nice. Your trunk setup, and I'm sure it sounds good too, is really beautiful. Like the whole Sony setup and everything you've got down there, that is very, very, very nice.
Yeah, thank you. No,
so-
it sounds amazing.
So did you modify other cars before getting into modifying your Tesla, or was this kind of your first build?
So back when I was younger, I did Hondas, in high school, built some Turbo Civics and all of that in the early mid 2000s. But this is the first showy car I've done. And so, it's, been 20 years since I really built a car.
Hell yeah, dude. This is, talk about a good comeback. This got put together really well. What's the general reaction to like your old, or from your old Honda buddies and like people at the show circuit? Like, what's the reaction when you pull up in this thing?
It's the same reaction of, is that really a Tesla? Is that actually electric? And it's just shocked because they've never seen anything quite like it.
Dude, that is awesome. And I see you went with a lot of performance-oriented parts too. Do you drive this through the canyons? Is this like a spirited driver as well, or is it a pure show car?
No, it's a spirited driver.
Yeah.
It's actually my daily. I drive it at least 5 days a week.
Oh, dude.
And
Sick.
I did all the suspension components to compensate for the slop, if you will, of bags.
Yep.
So it drives great, takes the corners, and it's still really amazing.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for using Mountain Pass Performance Products. You can reach me there at the email address every other day of the week. Yeah, dude, this is
I actually started with the coilovers.
Oh,
so I have
choice.
a set of the Mountain Pass coilovers sitting in my garage
that
dude. I pulled off to go bags.
Would you ever go back to static after you've been on air?
Not on this car, but yes.
I understand that.
At this point with like the wide body and whatnot, like I would be afraid of ripping off a side skirt static. So I don't want to do that with how much this kit costs. So I would never do static on this car, but I would definitely do static on another one.
I get that. You've come pretty far in one direction at this point. There's no going back.
No.
Yeah, dude, this is phenomenal. This is what we're looking for when we wanted to see a modified Tesla. You touched it in all aspects aside from the battery itself, and it looks well executed. I can't get over the wheels. These are very cool.
I love the wheels.
Have you done anything to the interior? Like, have you reupholstered your seats or anything like that?
Not yet. That's what I'm working on next. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do there. I was just more focused on the outside, as that's what you see, and then the audio, thanks to Sony. But the interior is on the list, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, keep us posted. I think you're a shoo-in for making it into the EV and hybrid issue in one way or another. So clock's ticking. If you want to change something, better do it quick, man. We'll be in touch in the near future.
100%.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for submitting, man. And thanks for talking to us.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Okay, so we got a comment by T, Mr. R34 Akuma again. Team Maroon literally has all the best modded Teslas as a Tesla team.
It's true.
This is fair.
It's true. Killer Glass is going to get a call from me from Absolute Electronics. See, it sells itself once you get a good look at it. We got people saying their dream car is the imported CRX. That's from James. Was this a Sony ES build off car? I don't know what that means.
Like a build off maybe with Sony ES.
Oh, Sony ES build off. Maybe it was. That was like a really, really well put together audio system.
Yeah.
Like I want that in my car.
He did say it was. I think it was. He partnered with Sony.
Yeah, that's what makes me wonder if there's some.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But yeah.
Johnny says thank you for all the positive feedback of the CRX, dude. You should be getting positive feedback everywhere with that. That is such a good vehicle.
Well deserved.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Oh, wasn't a Sony build off car. You may see me there at SEMA.
Oh.
Hey. Okay.
He's sick.
Why did we have so many good cars today?
Today was crazy.
This was really good.
Lexus
I think
Toyota.
this was arguably our best, like, cumulative.
No, it was that other
episode.
The other episode with
The one before the auto show was also killer, so it's hard to narrow.
when we had the whole
They just
tea
keep getting
coming out.
better
The
and
quality is improving.
Guys,
I'm
please
proud of
start
you
submitting
guys.
your cars that you want us to roast as well. I really have an itch
Yeah,
to
send
let
your
it out.
friends ship boxes so we can make fun of them.
By the way,
before we
send your
praise
friends
other
car. Don't tell them.
Be like, tune in. I think they're talking
Yes,
about you.
tell them after the fact that you submit it. And
That would be.
Rusted and Busted also going to Killer Glass. Looking for it. Honestly, since I'm redoing the 240, didn't even mention this at the beginning. The car's in the paint shop.
So excited.
Wow.
The car is in the paint shop. With
guys,
all the
Adam
aero.
is building another S13 designed by a 78-year-old.
Wait, when's the speculation? When's it going to be all done?
Who knows? Right
It's a
now it's a
paint shop.
shell, so that's
Such a
that's
real
crazy
statement.
question.
Who knows?
Guys,
know,
we are
when's it-
never
when's
going
it
to see
painted?
Adam
It's going to be
done.
painted within the next 2 weeks.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah.
We are
You're
never
happy
gonna
with
see
all
it.
the. You're happy with all the body work.
There is none yet. We're gonna find out. Hopefully the shop's good. If the shop is good, they'll get a free plug. I'll mention them for being awesome. They're a new shop. Never used them before. They seem really nice. Cool guy running the place, and they gave me like a friendly quote. So
Sick.
hoping for the best. We still need to get like spray outs of the color options because I do have like a couple of variations I can go through, and then when I pick one, they will get to work and hopefully not drain my bank account.
Yep.
Exciting times.
But now I want, the reason I was thinking that is because like I kind of want Killer Glass. Is that a dumb thing to put on a 240?
No.
A little
No.
bit, right?
Nope.
It's like borderline track car though. It might
But
just
it's like
break on
at the same
corner.
time, it's like you didn't like shave or tuck any of the wiring, did you?
No, so it'd look even weirder if it's not like a
It's-
super.
Okay, so
presentable.
let's split shipping.
All right, let me get
We'll
back
talk,
to you
we'll
on
talk.
that. Yeah, we'll talk.
As soon as the company name came up, I saw Yusuf on his computer looking at it. I was like, oh, some.
They're like low-key expensive, but kind of worth it.
It's expensive.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like
course.
I didn't expect it. If it was like 1995, I'd be like, what
Well,
the heck?
it's made out of Pyrex glass, right?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
like
just
you can't
concerned
expect
about
it to be
breaking
cheap.
it with my car, just doing weird twisty things.
No,
it's a
every
240,
every
it's chassis by twist.
every
That's what I'm
connecting
saying.
point is not firmly locked in. Every connecting point is a rubber.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So it's meant to
Oh yeah, watch me.
handle
We'll talk.
flex.
We'll talk.
Watch me break it. Watch
I
me.
want if I can get some green coolant going.
Oh,
hell
God.
Yeah.
If
Hell
anybody,
yeah.
if anybody from Killer Glass or knows somebody from Killer Glass is watching,
If you want a free plug, hit us up.
We're already giving them a free plug.
If the coolest car company we've ever seen wants a free plug. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Before we drone on too long, I'm pretty
Yeah.
hungry. I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm a
very
hungry
hungry.
boy.
Pretty
Yep.
hungry.
So
When did Yusuf get a sticker of his S15 on his freaking lap?
Yeah.
somebody gave it to me at the auto show. So nice of them.
Oh,
So,
Johnny said he
guys-
paid $450 for upper and lower hose.
That checks out.
450.
Damn.
That checks out.
Jeez. I could buy a whole set of tires for that. All
My
right.
RX-7 was
In
cheaper.
exciting news, the TBG season 12 is going on right now.
Season 12.
Elimination
Ayo.
round just finished, so we're gonna be, I'm gonna be reaching out.
Can
to
you
the
still
top-
register?
No, top
No.
16.
Oh, it's over.
Registration
That graphic
was,
is a lie.
Top 16 will be reached out to.
We have some
Today.
really good cars.
I've seen.
And everybody will, get the information. So basically, we're going to be reaching out to look for like walk around videos of
Nice.
the cars. So then next
So
week
we can look at them.
we can look at them.
Yes.
Let me just say these top 16 cars, like, I feel bad for all of the competitors because everybody's car
Actually
is
valid.
so good.
You
Yeah.
don't know
You
the
love
top
to see it.
16 yet, though.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
no one's gonna get like a free round. You know those like
No, it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be a hard climb.
everyone's like, oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I hope I get mashed up with that guy. Nah,
No, there's no
none
that
of that
guy.
going on.
Yeah.
It's always Random.
Everyone is that guy.
Everybody is that guy.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's random. Like, we don't pick anything.
So these are
funny.
be...
People are always like, you guys. I'm like, we don't pick anything.
No, we don't control it.
No.
I wish.
Google
I
controls
wish.
it.
No,
By the way,
that's
if Adam
against
could,
the
he
point.
would.
It's true.
But
Adam would be like, no.
There's a lot
yes,
of winners I
sure.
would have.
All right. As always, stores open. Order your magazines. Tuner Battlegrounds Season 12, like Julia said. Boom. Throw in your votes. Honestly, if your boy's in the Tuner Battlegrounds, why are you not voting for them?
Throw your boy a vote.
And buy an older magazine to see what we're looking for. And if you want submissions.
The most recent two are Tuner Battlegrounds champions from the last 2 years. And they're both
TBG winners.
Killer.
By the way, voting is really easy. You don't need to fill out 100,000 forms and then have two recaptchas saying or whatever captchas saying that you got it wrong and you're like, I selected the bike. It's really easy.
You don't need to sign your data away. None of that.
Nope.
Very easy.
Except your social security.
That's
And the
for
funny
you.
numbers on the back of your credit card. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Next week we got a pretty sick episode.
I'm excited.
Yes. And we get to look at some TBG cars sometime soon.
TBG
Good
cars.
season of TBG cars.
I'm excited.
So maybe we can roast some people. Except
Ooh.
they're probably good, so
I know.
we'll see. Anyways, as
alright.
always, thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks for your time, y'all.
We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
week.
Bye.
Bye.